we go, and feel like male victims are, going to come forward now with Diddy hit with shocking new allegations. Hey guys, it's Rob Maradi. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button. I would really appreciate it. It's just one click. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, send a super thanks if you guys wish to, and let's get into this. Now, I've noticed that there is an increase slowly of male victims being discussed here now, and when men come forward against P. Diddy, I think it's going to be completely off its table and going to go absolutely wild. So these are shocking allegations exclusively reported from Tough News TV, where somebody has informed them of what has gone wrong. I know this is a random, but I want to get straight into this. This person sent a letter. I know this is random, but my name is XYZ, and I was sexually assaulted by Diddy and a friend of his on April 15th, 1989 in DC. It has took a lot of strength for me to get to this stage of self-assurance. But I now know that I have nothing to be ashamed of, period. I attended Howard University the same time he was there, and I was taken advantage of after at an off-campus party. I will be first to admit that I was a bit inebriated. Diddy noticed that I was intoxicated and offered to give me a ride back to my dorm. I trusted him at the time because we were acquainted with one another because we had an economics class together. So I get in the car with him and we ended up at an apartment. He gets out and says he needed to get something and he'll be right back. After a few minutes, he came back out to the car and invited me in, saying he needed to sober up before driving back to campus. I said, okay, cool. I get out and go to the apartment, and there was another guy sitting on the couch. The guy introduced himself as Lorenzo, and he was drinking E&J and smoking weed. Diddy goes to the bathroom, and he is in there for about 30 minutes or more. He comes out and asks me if I want a drink, and I said, sure. He fixed me a drink, and the next thing I know is I was weak, disorientated, and my vision was blurry. Yeah. Can relate to that. I was then told to sniff something out of a bottle that would make me feel better, and so I did, and it just seemed to make me even higher. I now know that it was poppers. Then all I remember is both of them taking turns and sticking their D's in my mouth, and me resisting all I could. But I was just weak and flimsy, and Lorenzo had a gun. The next thing I know, they both were taking turns trying to penetrate me, but blood was everywhere, and I was the worst pain ever. The pain of them penetrating me still gives me anxiety to this day. Yeah, that anxiety can hold, that trauma can really hold. Body trauma is very real. So this has come forth, the fact that this has gone on for a very long time. I'm glad that this person was able to reach somebody and have a conversation with them, and bravery. And this is what it is. When you have one person that comes forward, when a man has gone and touched so many other people, allegedly, people are going to wake up, see all this, feel triggered, and want to feel empowered. That's the key word. They want to feel empowered. Body trauma is real when it comes to response of our word. Whether you're a man or you're a woman and you go through something like this, body trauma is very real. That particular experience that he's gone through, he's explained that even now he gets extreme anxiety and probably doesn't want to do anal related stuff because it brings significant trauma and pain to the body or anything else, and therefore you're holding on to that for the rest of your life. That's how significant this was for him. But P. Diddy runs around and does it to somebody else and doesn't even care. This man is a monster. Disgusting allegations. The name Lorenzo rings a bell to me. I don't know why, but that name rings a bell. I feel like there's somebody in the public eye that's called Lorenzo that P. Diddy knows. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Maybe it's an assumption. But this is where it begins in terms of male victims. They're now going to come forth. This is where it begins now, because there was a discussion of two people, anonymously coming out, and then we have somebody else anonymously. It seems that, they're slowly building some kind of confidence. It will take one big person like Cassie as a man to come forth to open the floodgates for men to come forward. And so it looks like if Howard University also is involved in some way, and if this person allegedly is preparing to come forth with a lawsuit, and also Howard University somehow are involved or need to respond to this, they're not going to hold back either. That university is also not going to hold back either. So it's just, I don't know, all this is triggering. Body trauma is real to our word. You can really hold on to it, and it can manifest in different ways, and you can hold that trauma in your body and react negatively to people around you as your life goes on. And also in the bedroom, you can also react in a specific way where you deter and want to, stay away from stuff. Or you end up being hypersexualized. Everybody reacts different. Everybody's DNA is different. So I don't like the whole one reaction to an act of trauma that a lot of people can relate to if they've gone through. Unfortunately, everybody reacts different to that trauma. So you know, a lot of men feel so much shame coming forward. It's so embarrassing to come forward. It's so like, oh my God, a man had his way with me. Like, am I not a man myself? All this masculine toxic BS. So it's so difficult for people to come forth. But I really want to press on this conversation. I think it's important to, you know, vocalize other men coming forward, especially. And I just think that I want to keep doing as much as I can. With however this information is being surfaced in any kind of way, I definitely want to regurgitate it on my channel and definitely just bring that awareness, because I can relate to it. I can understand the body trauma. I can understand, you know, meeting those men. In that scandal of mine last year, they used to always give me something to drink all the damn time. And it's just like, even when you try to refuse, they kind of force it on your mouth and you think it's just water, but something else is always in there that makes you just high, or like, you know, you're disassociated. I think that's the key word. You're disassociated from people around you. You don't even have a consciousness as to what you're saying and doing. You're just there for whatever that person wants, and you know you got to get through it. So I can completely relate to what this person is saying. And to me, it sounds believable and true, considering everything else that we've seen in the public official lawsuits. It all correlates. I'm so sorry. It all correlates. Let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button, guys. It is daily and consistent content. I would appreciate it. Please do subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.